Hello and welcome back to Precious Memory Boxes. And today we are going to do part 2 of our Christmas writing journal. And so today we're going to add some pockets and tags to it. Maybe try to zhuzh them up a little bit. And then maybe do a little stamping. And then we need to come up with a focal point for the front of our journal. And I think I would also like to round the edges on here. So I'd also like to say thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you for giving me a like and some comments. Thank you to all the folks who have come over from the collaboration, from Rach and Bella's collaboration, and subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope you'll continue to come back and enjoy the content. If you have any ideas for something you'd like to see, please leave that down in the comments for me, and I will try to accommodate you. And it gives me ideas for videos, and it also helps others out. So we've rounded the corners. All right, so what do we want to do on the inside? We also have our envelopes that we could add as a pocket. They're a little bit big for there, so let's see if we have a couple pockets in here that we want to use. And we've got some little small ones in there. So these are some pockets. We've got the ornaments. This one is kind of a wintry Christmas scene. Ornaments, which I think go really well with the ornaments. We've also, oh, that one's a pretty one. I also like that one. We have this one. So we have 4 different pockets. I really like this one. All we need to do is just add a bit of distress oxide to it, a little inking, and it'll be ready to glue down. And the only reason I'm adding inking, a little bit of ink, is because of the white edges of the cardstock kind of show if you don't do a little something to them. And if you ink up here at the top, it just makes it easier for you to find the opening. All right, let's go ahead and glue this down. Okay, got a little glue there. Sometimes I'm a little messy. Don't mean to be, but I am. All right. Try to make sure that's straight. And we'll just hold that down for a few moments. My little jingle bells are getting in the way. Go. All right, we'll let that dry, and we'll come back and maybe, is there anything else we want to add? I have a lot of tags, and here's some more pockets. So, but let's see if we have any words. I don't have any Christmas words. I may have to add them at the end. I forgot to bring some in here with me, but I do have some stamps that kind of have Christmas words on them. So we'll add that. So let's go along here and see if we want to add any more pockets. We could also just add some journaling cards as a tuck spot. So you could do something like this, and then you can tuck in a tag under it. You can also use a tag as a tuck spot if you want. So that you could add a little something to it. So let's go ahead and ink that up. So we could do that, or we could take and add one of our envelopes here. And we could make it trying to think how I want to do that. We could add it here, and then it would be a flip on this side. Or we can do it the opposite and go this way and have a flip. I think we'll do that. So let me just glue some of this here. Oops, sorry, I'm pulling that way down and getting out of camera. Sorry about that. So I'm just adding glue to the flap of my envelope here. And then I'm just going to try to center it. Okay, press that down. And then we will be able, we'll add a little focal point here on the front. So let's pick something kind of festive. I like that. I like to round the corners a lot. It just makes me feel like it's more finished that way when you round the corners. There we go. All right. I'm also thinking about maybe adding some washi tape here. Not sure yet on that. So for right now, we're going to stick this in the middle. There we go. There's a little gnat. He's trying to drive me bonkers. Okay, so we've got a pocket right here, and when we get done, we'll stuff some more tags and that in here. And then we've got this blank page that can be written on. We got this cute little deer, and I don't know if I want to cover him up or just leave him as he is. We could make a little tuck spot over here in the corner, or just add a little tag down here. I think I'm just going to leave it blank. It's too pretty of a little deer to cover him up. All right, so we got another page here, and we're going to get the stamps out and stamp on some of those here after we put in some of our pockets and tags. All right, so we've got another beautiful page here, just trying to decide where we could maybe add a tuck spot. I hate to cover anything up. That's my problem. Like, I hate to cover the people up here, down here ice skating, but I also want to have a little tuck spot. So I'm just going to round those two corners because we're just going to glue along here in the bottom. This way you can add in, like if you want to add in a picture to the journal, you can just tuck it right here in this spot. You want to add in a card or a note. Another great way to make a Christmas journal, and if you like to make yourself one each year, you could use Christmas cards that you've received and add them to be part of your journal. So it's a great way to remember and also, you know, recycle your cards and reuse them. All right, so we will go ahead and let me just ink up this tag a little bit. Now we need to grab our hole punch, and I've got two types of hole punches. So I've got a round hole punch like this, and then I also have like a ribbon or lanyard type. But this one I think will go, and I think I'm going to grab, let's see, I think I have some green also. What did I do with it? Here it is. Let's grab some green. Our Christmas green here, and I picked, I got these from Pink Monarch Prints. They have these cute little baker's twine on a ring here. Where's my scissors? I'm burying everything. Okay, did I put them back away? I'm probably looking straight at them and just not seeing them. Okay, maybe I put them back away. Yep, okay. We'll get out the big Tim Holtz scissors then. I'll just cut off a piece of this. But back to this, I got this from Pink Monarch Prints, and they've got a blue and green set, and then a neutral set. And I believe they're getting ready to have a Black Friday release, and I believe hopefully they will have those back in their shop. And it will be on their webpage at pinkmonarchprints.com. So if you're interested in getting a set of those, it'll be on their website. They have a subscription group, and also they're on Instagram, so you could, check that out for any upcoming things. And then also these two kits that I'm using, this is the Retro Christmas kit, and then I'm also using the little more ones like this come from the Santa and Friends kit, and these are from Silver and Sparkles. She's on Etsy and YouTube, and these are her kits, and they're beautiful kits. I love them. All right, so we got us a little tag in there. We're going to leave this blank for writing. And let's see, do we want to add another pocket in here maybe? So we've got this one. Do we need a larger one maybe? Let's see, I'll have to fold that. That one goes really well. I think it's the same pattern of paper. So let me just fold in these edges. You could use your score tool if you want to get them exactly straight. I like to just fold over the edges. There you go. And if it's too bulky for you, you can always kind of cut the extra off there. Like I might cut this little piece right here. Just kind of miter that corner. That'll take away some of the bulk from that. All right, so I'm going to glue these down. All right, and I should have inked the top here real quick, because with this being the same pattern, it may be hard to see where the opening is for this one. So we're going to go ahead and glue that down. Let's see, looks like I didn't get that quite folded right, so I'm just going to kind of trim it. There we go. All right, let me hold that down for a few minutes. Seems like my not my art glitter glue, but my Barely Arts is not wanting to stick tonight. I don't know if it's the weather or what. Usually you don't have trouble with that. Sometimes with the art glitter glue, you have to be careful with it. It can get frozen and then it gets, liquidy and doesn't want to work right. But usually you don't have that issue with the Barely Arts glue. Okay, so let's see. Do we want to add a tag? I think I'm going to try to find... Oh, look at that snowman. Okay, let's use our other punch here that we have. All right. Looks like I got a piece of paper stuck in there already. There we go. And this is like a lanyard punch. I call it a ribbon punch. And then we can use a little piece of ribbon here. I've got lots of different ribbon, so let's try this and see how it works. And let's see. Oh, it is reversible. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and feed that through there. I might not have cut that long enough. You know what? I didn't. Okay, we'll hold on to that and use it for somewhere else. Make this a little longer. Usually I get my ribbon way too long and then I have to go back and trim it off. So, all right. Now this type of ribbon, sometimes you have to work with it a little bit because it's a little bit slick, so it doesn't like to always tighten up. There we go. All right, and I think I'm going to leave it that length, just trim it off. And I'm going to make this one go the opposite direction. There we go. All right. And of course, each of these tags you can write on the back of them. So more room for the writing journal. All right, so there's the center of that one. Here is, we might add something here, maybe a tuck spot or one of these side pockets. I like that, and I think we're just gonna fold it up here at the bottom. You don't have to, you can leave them just as they are, but I'm going to try to make this one a little shallower just by folding that up. There we go. All right, let's grab our glue. I'm going to leave that top part open so you can slide something in a little farther. So we'll make this kind of an open tuck spot here. Me and that net are going to fight here in a minute. All right, so let's add a few of our journaling cards. That's going to be really open, so I guess if I want that to, I said I'll treat it like a pocket and glue more of it down here. I decided I don't like all that flapping around, so let's add some more glue. There we go. All right, let's find a tag we can add in there with it. And like I said, I'm just trying to keep this a simple journal, so I'm not adding a lot of frilliness to it, because the person I'm giving it to does want to use it as a journaling, you know, an actual journal and write in it. So I don't want to take up all their space with the pretties. Okay. Let's see, what else can we add here? I think maybe I want to do the snowman in the corner. I will have a tendency to want to decorate all the blank pages, so I have to watch myself. But I think it's okay to have a few tuck spots in here. And we probably won't decorate every one of these signatures while we're on here, because that may get a little boring. But we could add some trim along the edge here. That's almost the perfect length, but not quite. Just a little short. So let's see, do we want to do that? I kind of like that. We'll see if our glue will hold it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on the ribbon. I'll leave it a little bit from the top. There we go. All right, we'll let that dry and I'll come back and snip that off there. All right. That is a pretty page. You know, and even some of these pages here could be written on. You can write, especially if you use a black, like a Sharpie, like a writing Sharpie, those S-Gel Sharpies, I think they're called. Or if you have a micron pen, you could definitely use that on these pages as well. All right. So this is the end of the first signature. Let's add let's do another. Wish I had something a little bit longer. We have these larger journaling cards, but I wish I had something a little longer that we could do across the top. It's so pretty, I just want to put it over here. So it kind of helps draw your eye over. So maybe what we could do, instead of tying this one down, let me ink that a little bit. Maybe what we can do is, let me see if I can grab one of my, got everything piled on top of it. But I believe, do I have any? Nope, I don't have the safety pins in there. I have some of the little paper clips, that's what I'm trying to say. But I don't have them in that box. Let me see if I have any in this one. I do not. Let's do, I don't know if that'll work though. I don't think a bulb pin will work because we don't have an eyelet on there. I will grab, when I go back out in the other room, I will grab one of my paper clips and just clip this to the corner. That way it can be removable and he can, take it off there when he wants to write. Okay, so now, do I have 2 signatures or 3? Oh, I only have 2. For some reason I was thinking I had 3 signatures in here. Let me check. Yeah, I do have 3. Okay, there's the other one. I thought I had 3. The second one I'm going to leave completely blank for writing, and then I will come back and I will decorate this one just like we did the previous 2. But this one I will leave completely blank to be written in. But we're going to grab this one out of here now. And that is one of the reasons we made the type of binding that we did, which is just a tied binding, so that these can be taken in and out of the journal. And let me push all this back just a moment. I'll set the journal up here. And what we're going to do is just grab some of our Christmas stamps and have a little bit of fun with those. So I did decide just to use my black ink on these, but you could use red, green, any colors you want to use. And then for stamps, I have these Christmas stamps here. I have some more too, but I think I'll have to look and see if I took them back out of here. But I like these because they're kind of like border stamps. And then I thought we could use the corner stamp out of this one. So we'll be using those. These are new, so I may have to kind of rub them a little bit. And sometimes when you have brand new stamps, they don't want to take the ink right away. So if you rub them on your skin, it kind of helps get the coating off of them, and it helps make them accept the ink more. So we're going to start with the music notes here. I also have some other stickers that we can use. Stickers are a great way to fill your journals also. So this one says, this one is we wish you a Merry Christmas. And we're just going to stamp that at the top of this page. Hopefully I got that straight. There we go. All right, you know what? I got that upside down. Whoops. And I can't turn this around, can I? Nope. Okay. Lesson learned. Pay attention to which way your stamp is going. This one is so little that I didn't see it very well. So I have it upside down. So I will have to come up with a solution of how to cover this. And I think I have it right here. Here we go. So we're going to fix it by adding some of our tape to it. All right, let me do that because we'll have to trim off that end. And we're going to go ahead and this is some fabric washi. It's like, feels like fabric, but it's also like a washi tape. And it has a sticky back, and it sticks very well. I've used it on some other projects, and sometimes you want to add a little bit of glue, you know, to it to help it stick, but this you really do not have to. It is really sticky. So here is on the go how to fix a mistake when you make it. There we go. And then I'll just take my scissors and trim that. Try to keep my fingers out of there. There we go. Still a little bit. Is that a little bit long? Just a twinkle. Okay, there we go. All right. Oops, now I got everything sticking to me. I got a little piece of that tape wanting to stick to me. Okay. So we got that. It looks like it's a little, I'm trying to tell, it looks like it's a little crooked. It is. Let me see if I can straighten that up without it tearing. That may not be possible. Go very slow here. Okay, let's see if I can get it to lay down straight. Almost reminds me of medical tape is what it feels like to me. Like a fabric medical tape. That's what it reminds me of. All right, so we fixed that. So let's try this again, and we will make sure the stamp is the proper way. Make sure our words are facing up this time. Yes, okay. Had to look at that, take my glasses off. The writing on it is little. And there we go. We wish you a Merry Christmas. I about broke out in song, but I won't do that to y'all. Okay, let's see. I've also got some stickers over here that we could use. I really, these are like some of my favorite stickers. I really love these stickers. All right, we've got some holly there, so let's add some holly down here at the bottom. And there we go. All right, so we've got that page decorated. Got some ink on my fingers. See if I can smush. I didn't bring anything in here to clean up with, so. All right, so we've got this one decorated. Let's see, do we want to add a sticker, or I'm thinking maybe trying this border stamp. Not border, but corner stamp here. Boy, that is really stuck on the plastic. They did not want you to get that one off, that's for sure. All right, let me grab this. We'll put it back over here. I may have to stop in a moment and run and get some baby wipes so I can clean stuff up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get that on my hand a little bit. All right, let's give this a try. I'll make sure those are not where they're going to come off. Let's see if I can get that right back in the right place. I think I did. And I didn't press down hard enough. And I've never used this type of stamps before, so I'm not sure about the quality of them, but it's all right. It's a little rustic of a stamp anyway. Let me try, and we're going to put one down in this corner. Let's see. I have to go that way with it. Okay. Let's try it one more time and see if we can get a good impression from it. I'm looking for something to wipe off this extra ink. Here we go. All right, that will work. And let's try this again. Let's try to push it all over. Okay, there we go, a little better. It just needed a little coaxing. Little conditioning maybe. All right, so let me put this back over here for now, and I'll clean it as we get done here. All right, let's go along here and see what else we want to do. This is straw paper, if you're wondering what it is. It's kind of almost like a mulberry paper, but they call it straw paper. It's really, really pretty and it has a great texture. Okay, let's see if we have some stickers maybe we can add to this one. I'm eyeing this gingerbread one. It's the same color though. Is it going to be too close in color? Let's do maybe this border one. Do I want it at the top or the bottom? Let's do the bottom this time. There we go. All right, and then maybe over here, let's do the North Pole and hot cocoa. And we'll give them a little, let's see. Looking for a good word to go with it. How about holiday? We'll give them a little flashcard to go with it. There we go. definition card, I guess really is what you call those. All right. What can we add here? Let's try another stamp. And let's see. How about the cityscape? Let's try that. Again, it's a new stamp, so I'm going to try to rub it on my arm a little bit. Let's try to make sure it's straight on our stamp block so we don't have a crazy city. I guess we could say it was on a hilly road or hilly street. Okay. Looks like I got ink on all of those. Try not to let your stamp kind of lift up and rock too much, because that may cause the ink to imprint twice and kind of make your picture blurry. So there we go. I like that. All right. Stamps and stickers are a great way to add, to your journal and not add bulk. So if you don't want to add, make a lot of bulk in your journal, those are a great way to add to your journal. Okay. Let me move this over here for a second, and let's see. We've got 2 more to go here. So we've got instead of a Merry Christmas, there's a Happy Christmas here. Okay. Let me get that all inked up. I like to bring my ink pad to my stamp, but you can do it either way. I find I get less ink on the block that way. Okay, make sure we're upright. Nope, almost did it upside down again. Nope, there I kind of rocked it a little bit, so hopefully that won't make it blurry. Oh no, that looks good. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, let's see. We've got this one here. I may come and add a little trim right here, so I'm not going to add any more stamps to that. Let's maybe add a little bit of trim to that one, because I really would like to use this trim. It's really pretty. So we will add it to our envelope here. Okay, this is kind of a heavy trim, so hopefully it will stick down for us. So if you are enjoying these printables, don't forget to go over to Silver and Sparkles on Etsy and check out all of Pam's. I think she has 3 or 4 Christmas kits on there. So go check those out. She also has one that's like a tree one, Merry Trees, I think it's called, where you can make little gift tags out of them, or pieces for your junk journals. There we go. I like that trim. Okay, we're going to put that back in here. And then let's do one more stamp and maybe a sticker on these pages here. So, what one have we not used yet? How about, did I do the Merry and Bright Christmas lights? I don't think so. All right. These have a bunch of little Christmas lights and almost like lanterns even on them. And let's put it over on this side. Make sure I have it right side up. All right, and there we go. Oops, I got a little ink on there. We'll cover that up with something. There's always a way to cover something up. Okay, let me wipe up this ink I got in a few places here. And let's see, what do we want to add over here? I will come up with something to put there. I just have to think about it for a little bit. What I can add there. And let me put this back on the stamps. There we go. And I'm thinking maybe over here we can put maybe a beautiful flower. These flowers are just so pretty in the corner, and they just melt perfectly into your pages. You just kind of rub them down. You can use a bone folder or your finger and just rub those down, and it looks wonderful. Okay, let's add that back to our signature. And like I said, I'll have to think on that a little bit. I'll come up with something to add right there. All right. So we'll just take a quick flip through. So let's add a few more tags in here. And that can be a hidden spot for journaling tags. We could add one of these little stamp size little pieces down here. Make sure I have that right side up just for a little decoration. There we go. All right. And then this one, I think we'll just leave that blank, or I may add some ribbon to that. Let's see, what kind of ribbon do we have? What would match our little guy there? How about if we use some of this green rickrack that we have, and we'll just make that go down the edge here. All right. I'm trying to watch, but I must have some ink on my fingers that I need to try to wipe off. I'm transferring it all over the place. Okay. And I like to just put the glue on the rickrack itself. That way you know it's on there. We'll finish flipping through here, and then we'll come up with something for the front. I should have brought one of my Christmas cards in here that I've had from years past, and we could have made that the focal point on the front. Christmas cards are a great way to create a focal point, and then you can frame it out if you want, or sometimes it's not even necessary. All right, so we got a little trim on that one. We've got a stamp here. We've got a tuck spot and a tag there. And then we've got a little bit of pretties here, but plenty of space to write. We've got our corners and another pocket here. And I'll probably add a tag in here. I'll come back later and add some trim to that. And then we've got a pretty page here. Couple tags. Oh, let's see. I need to add something here. What should we add here? Do we want to add a stamp or a sticker? Or do we want to go with some trim? I've got this pretty trim. That is really pretty, along with that pink. So we could add that there. Okay, we're going to lay that down and let it dry, and then I'll come back and trim the edges. There we go. I think maybe let's go with the sticker for this one. And let's just do, oh, I like this Believe one. Let's just do the Believe. I think that'll be a nice contrast with the straw paper there. All right, so we're gonna let that dry. We've got a tuck spot here, and we can tuck that in there for now. We've got a Merry Christmas, and then we've got a pretty flower back here, and I'm gonna try to find maybe a bigger stamp that I have that you won't be able to see that, and just kind of stamp right there. All right, so, oh, and beautiful music paper on the back. Let's see if we can come up with, we'll put this back in our journal, and we will come up with a focal point for our front. And then, like I said, the second signature, which is this one here, I will leave it completely blank so it can be written in. And then this one, I'll come back and decorate it up much the same as this one here. So I'm going to add this back into our tie binding. And what's nice about this type of binding is you can retie it if it gets loose, and you can also take your work in and out to work with it. So let's round the corners on our snowman here. And we're going to stick him in the pocket. Our pocket needs something in it. There we go. All right. All right, so what do we want to do for our front? We will get our lace piece, and I will get it glued on there. Maybe I've got a heavier glue, so maybe we'll grab that. I'm trying to see where that piece of lace went to. What did I do with it? Did I reuse it? No. Well, my lace and my other little scissors disappeared together. Where did they go? I'm not sure. Okay. So I was thinking about using one of these as a focal point. I actually really like this here. So let's round the corners. Okay. I'm looking again here to see if I can. I still have more of that red lace, but I don't know what I did with that piece I had. But we'll figure it out here in a minute. Okay. So it needs something underneath it, doesn't it? What do we have? Do I have a neutral we could use here? I do. Would that look good? I think if we, let's see, do I have anything else? Oh, here's a black. Do I have anything with red? I do have this red. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's do that. So let me grab my trimmer here real quick. This trimmer sometimes is almost a little bit too big to use on the camera. All right. All right, and let's see. This is about 4 by 4, so let's make this about 5. Let me think about this. I need it to be okay. I did that upside down. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay. There we go. Now my brain might be working properly again. Okay. We'll make it 5 by 5, and if that looks too large, we'll trim it down a little bit. Okay. And then let's go this way. Let's see if that's too big. Yeah, that's too big. So let's do 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, now let's try it. That's still almost too big, isn't it? Let's see what it looks like on the front of our journal. Yeah, let's cut it off just a little bit more. So we've got 4 1/4. Let's go to 4 1/8 here. Or no, that would be, no, that's right. Yep, okay. Okay, I think that'll work. Let's go ahead and round those corners also. And we will quickly ink that up, and we'll have that. We'll have our focal point ready to go. Okay, let's glue this on here. Okay, let's make sure we have our journal right side up. We do. And we're going to add that to the front of our journal. Now you could add lace and trim around it, but since I want to kind of add some trim on the side here, I don't think I'll add any embellishment to this. And I'm going to move it over just slightly so that we have room for the lace. Oh, look, I just found some red pom-pom trim. Maybe we will do that if I can get it to stick down. May have to get out my little, what am I thinking of? My little clamps here. And we may also need a stronger glue. Let me see if this little, I've got this little oops, if I can say it, Fabric Fusion from Eileen's. Let's see if that will work a little bit better. Let's cut it. That's really cute. Okay, so let's cut it right here. I thought I had some red pom-pom trim, but I was thinking it was much larger than this. Okay, let's see if this glue is working still. There's a hole in it. Oh, there it is. Okay, oh yeah, this looks like Fabri-Tac or Fabric Fusion, I think is the name of the other one. But I think we will still have to kind of pin it on to get it to stay on for a while till it dries. All right. Maybe it's going to cooperate with this if I just leave it set here to dry. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Cute and not crazy big pom-poms. So I like that. Well, that was a good thing that our lace didn't stick, because I think this is much cuter. So there is our writer's journal that we made. And like I said, it's not highly decorated because we want to keep it where the writer can write, but yet it has enough decoration to make it cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little series. I hope you guys will give this a try. It would make an easy December daily setup, and then you could just go back and write in your journal, add pictures, little notes, gift tags, however you like to remember, and use your get it out there, daily December journals. So thank you so much for joining me, and have a wonderful evening.